We enter the winter months, it's a good time to review what is required of employers in terms of paying COVID paid leave. By way of review, New York State passed a law in March of 2020 requiring employers to provide a specified amount of leave to employees when they are subject to a quarantine or isolation order related to COVID-19. This law applies to both public and private employers, and it requires private employers to provide up to 14 days of paid leave, depending on size. And it also requires private or public employers to provide for up to 14 days of COVID leave. Importantly, this leave is job protected and it cannot be charged against an employee's other accruals. A couple of frequently asked questions that we receive are, for example, how many times do we as employers have to pay COVID leave? Well, the New York State Department of Health has provided guidance that states you are limited to having to provide it 3 different times. In addition, another question that we receive is, how much leave do I have to provide as an employer? And again, that's going to depend on the size of your business if you're a private business. And for public employers, it's up to 14 days. For private employers, if you have between 0 and 10 employees and you have annual revenues less than $1 million, you have to provide job protected leave, but not paid leave. If you have between 11 and 99 employees, or you have fewer than 10 employees and your annual revenue is over $1 million, you have to provide up to 5 days of paid leave. If you have more than 100 employees, you have to provide up to 14 days of paid leave. There are a number of issues arising out of this paid leave that employers have questions about. If you have any specific questions that you're concerned about and you're unsure about, please feel free to reach out to me or any bond attorney with whom you work regularly.